Hey guys, I'm in Athens for a few days. I'm up on Lycabetus hill, about 280 meters above sea level. So from here I can see most of the city of Athens, and I'm going to show you a bit the surroundings. We have the city of Athens. It's pretty large. It also has about a third of the population of Greece, which is the total population is about 10 to 11 millions. And it's a pretty crowded city because probably more than half of the cars in Greece are crammed here in this city, and along with that it's lots of pollution. The main place for Athens are the Acropolis, of course. The Acropolis Hill. Going to speak later about it. Over the Acropolis in the distance we have Piraeus suburb, and over there you're going to find all the boats that can take you towards the islands. More in the distance we have, I don't know if I'm focusing correctly because the light is a bit tricky, but there are some mountains over there, small mountains. It's the island of Aegina, and if you remember what we've talked in Thermopylae, that during the second incursion of Persia in Greek, they've been defeated by the Athenians and the Greeks in Plataea and Salamis. Salamis is a place somewhere in that direction. The gulf is continued between those two hills, and over there the Greeks defeated the Persian fleet. Another important place, but it's a bit farther from Athens, in the opposite direction, on the east side of the land, is Marathon, which is the place where the Athenians defeated Persian in their first invasion. Athens was inhabited from 7,000 years before, and it has quite a history. The Acropolis is supplied with spring water, strangely, because it's about 100 meters above sea level on this rock. But it was a natural choice for prehistoric settlements, and especially for the Mycenaeans, who established a fortress on the rock at first, but then continued under the Dorians, Phoenicians, and other dynastic rulers. But the peak of history was in the 5th century before Christ, when the Greeks launched themselves into an experiment democracy. And the main name for this place is Pericles, one of the rulers of Athens on those times. We're going to talk more about him in later video logs. Then it felt in decay when Christianity emerged, because the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire was moved to Constantinople. After the Romans, the Franks were here, then the Venetians, then Catalans, then Florentines, and in 1456 Sultan Mehmed II conquered Constantinople, and obviously the Turkish rule was here until the 19th century. So the constructions on top of the hill was at first, of course, the temple of Athena, the main goddess of the city, and then became, when the Christians came here during the Justinian I, the temple was, and all the temples were transformed in Christian churches, and afterwards in Catholic churches, and of course during the Ottomans they were transformed in mosque. During the Turkish rule, the whole city was only garrison for the army, of course, and they also used most of the temples as powder magazine. Over there, we have problem with the lights. Over there, the Panathinaik Games and Stadium are. Cannot see it pretty well from here, but we have at least one part of the arena. The biggest temple of Zeus, it's over there with a few columns still standing, and over there we see also a column that it's on the ground. It's between those two. We should see from here, but I don't think we can locate it. It's the Arch of Hadrian. The Hadrian, on this arch on one side towards the Acropolis, it says something. Here is the Greek town, and on the other side here is the Roman town, and he split it actually the city in half in those times. At the bottom of the Acropolis is the famous Plaka quarter. It's a 19th century quarter with Greek, Turkish households. What I think it's interesting, and now I'm going to read a bit about it, is the fact that For all the claims of its ancient past, and despite the city's natural advantages, Athens was not the first choice capital of modern Greece. That honor went instead to Nafplio in the Peloponnese, where the War of Independence was masterminded by Capodistrias, and where the first Greek National Assembly met in 1828. Had Capodistrias not been assassinated in 1831, the capital would most likely have remained in the Peloponnese, if not in Nafplio, then at Tripoli, Corinth or Patra, all much more established and seizable towns. But following Capodistrian's death, the great powers of Western Europe intervened, inflicting on a Greek a king of their own choosing, Otto, son of Ludwig I of Bavaria, in 1834, transferring the capital and court to Athens. So after the Germans defeated the Turks, they obviously bring their own king, as I said before, and established the capital here in Athens. Well, it's a city that you can most of your time you're going to spend it visiting the Acropolis and the surrounding ancient places. There's the Roman Agora or the Greek Agora and the hills and the other temples. And I think this one is Hephaistos temple, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the god of smiths. And but it's a city, as I said, crammed and with a high level of pollution that affects also the marbles in the Acropolis, because the pollution and the rains are usually peeling the marble, and the experts are trying to do their best to preserve all these beautiful ancient places. So guys, being the eve of Christmas, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you next time.